this road trip questions, I have some personal questions in my heart for you. And I wrote a couple of questions down, up
That
to
is,
8. If I have to
that's
ask you,
2 hours
they
of
are much.
prayer. No problem.
No, no, I know we have 1 hour, but you can still give us 30 minutes now, right? You guys can still give us 30 minutes. So my question for you now is the one. The first question I want to ask is, every time you have a conversation, you have to mention your husband. So I want to ask, are you a happily married woman? Are you happy? Is your husband happy?
Wow, wow, wow. What a wonderful question. Um, I'm grateful to God Almighty for sending an helper to me. My husband is not just my husband, he is my king, my crown, and he's my pride, he's my hero because he has done a lot before we get married. Um, First of all, we are like best friend when I was in the streets. After I don't suffer Libya, suffer finish. I come here suffer part two. So it was the only person that was there for me. Thanks for the gift. It was the only person that was giving me positive advice. Everybody abandoned me. People were throwing spit on me. People were saying rubbish. Even it has come to the extent that they even banned me from church. Um, I suffered with my husband. It was the only person that
That's the rules of the show. You don't have to take offense to any question, but it's pretty personal. Do you think you have a life outside of your husband?
hmm, for me, it depends of the kind of partner you have. But I must be honest to you because my partner is a it's just like an angel to me. I don't think I can have a life without my partner.
God forbid nothing of such will ever come before you. But God forbid anything happens and the marriage breaks. Do you think you can start again? Or do you think it will completely crumble you? Because your life
It
is
will.
literally tied around your man.
Okay. That is why I almost put an effort in my marriage not to break, and I always believe in positive. Yeah. And anytime me and my husband have this communication, and I see that it's for my fault, I quickly apologize. I know how to get in when I want to apologize to him. But if unfortunately something like that happened, God forbid, it will be very very difficult for me to move on because I will think of how can I meet a man like him? Yeah, how can I meet a very nice man that is there for his children and that is there for me? Yeah, it will be very very difficult. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Another question I want to ask. Somebody wrote a question in the comment section, so I'll just read it out for you. You said you normally say you don't mind polygamy, right? You don't mind your husband taking another wife. So the person is asking, what if the wife starts charming your children? What will you do?
Um. First of all, me and my husband have this communication before we get married. He said he might have a second wife if I bring out the
Okay, wait,
happiness.
there's a quick correction. She said harming, not charming. Okay, start harming your children, not charming. Yeah.
Come again with the question.
She's asking, what if the second wife your husband brings start harming your children, start doing, bad things to your children?
Um, First of all, I will say before we get married, we have this communication. He said is a lover of polygamy, but if the home is very peaceful, it might not marry another wife. Yeah, and I mean, I based on I came from polygamy's home. I love polygamy. Yeah, so I accepted. Yes, because
Okay, a quick
the
question on this
man.
statement you just made. Do you think it's because your husband made that statement to you? That's why you're doing everything to ensure that your home is peaceful, even if it means you losing yourself in the process.
No, my husband is for Asa man. Yeah, he's for Asa, and he knows some tradition. So if according to him, and he said if you marry second wife, he will go and stretch his hand, both hand. Yeah, they do it in their community, which I have verified it, and it's very work. You have this positive, very action thing. Yeah, if you have a negative mindset to your to your second children, it will bring problem to that woman. Yeah, that woman might fall down and collapse and by that moment. So if only you are in positive, yeah, everything will move on. So I believe in that. Yeah, so I believe that
Okay,
my
let me
husband is a
quickly
man
ask
of
this question.
wisdom that
I
can
personally
handle
believe,
this
I
marriage.
personally believe that, I personally believe that all second wives are witch. Let's say peradventure, God forbid, your husband now meets a second wife which you are willingly ready to accept, and she wants your husband completely to herself. She don't want to share. What would be your reaction? You have welcomed
Uh,
that in, not knowing that this was her aim. Now she now wants him completely to herself. What would you do?
First of all, according to what I know in my marriage, I will be the one to go and bring the wife for him. Yeah, I will be the one
All right.
to, yeah,
To choose the
and
wife. Okay. A question for
yeah,
you at the
and
conversation.
Mona, let me answer
Go
one
ahead.
question, finish, I beg. And when my before my husband married the second wife, there must be an auction and agreement, no fight. They will tell both of us that you need to go and stretch your hand. Yeah.
Okay.
If the woman
A question
agrees,
for you.
good. But if the woman doesn't agree, the woman have to go. Yeah.
Okay, a question for you. This is just a fun question. I don't want to lose it. That's why I'm asking it now. If not, I would have pushed it forward for later. Let's push this question forward for later. We'll come back to it. But I want to also ask. You had a fallout with Queensley. What was your husband's reaction to that? Did he see that little bit of show of saga as something? Was he upset? Did it stop you from coming to TikTok because of that little display?
No, it didn't stop me. Though you know Quizly very well as my friend in TikTok because I always mention his name anytime I tell him the story that I contribute in TikTok. So when he saw that me and Quizly have some kind of issue, it was so embarrassed, and he called me and asked me what really happened. I know that before you react, this is too much. You can't bear it. So can you explain your part? What really happened? So when I explained my part, and he said, if this lady come to apologize to you, for the beginning he said it before Quizly came here, and he said if this lady came to apologize to you, just forgive her and let it be. But if not, just mind your lay and be very careful. If you feel like apologizing to her, you can do it. but I know you very well that you are not this kind of person that is very troublesome. I know that you can bear pain very well. So
Okay,
yeah.
all right. All right, Mama. Hi, guy. Hi, hi, hi. We are still on Blessings podcast. And you all know who we are here with, so I don't have to introduce them. If you're just joining, help us tap your screen. We're going to 20K, and don't forget to help us share the live. Don't forget, I have Blessings podcast every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. and every Saturday. And this Saturday is going to be a bomb. The flyers will be out immediately after the pod. Today's session, we're having a very, very controversial personality with us. His name will be boldly written on the flyer, so you get to know who we are talking about. So you all come with your questions, because we need to question that man and probably set things straight in his mind. So guys, prepare for Saturday. Now we're going to the next question. Ezewani, I hear you have a snake. Do you wear snake? Do you wear them? Do you train them? I hear you can have a snake with your hand. And I'm like, do you train snake? Do you have them?
No, I don't. I don't try snake, but I love to play with snake. Yeah, when
Are
I
you a
see
snake charmer?
them. No one, no one know me really. Oh. I I love to, yeah, I love to play with snake. I love to hold snake. Yeah, because my status. Because where I come from. Yeah.
Okay. Do you do juju?
Hmm. How many juju?
You say?
I don't do, but I have.
Oh, I got that. You almost lost me there.
That was the reason why.
Okay. Uh uh no, sir. Hi, Papa. You have a question for Miss
One,
Wise Vicent. Let's take it.
this is why I was actually going to come for you. It's really a good one. I love some of your answers. Sure, for we that are not married, we are pushed to go and marry. But a quick one: if you walk into a room and you see your husband with another woman, like maybe you walk into your room and you see your husband on top of the bed with another woman, and he requests you join them, what would be your action? That's my first question. And then my second question, after your saga with Queensley, you understand what I'm trying to say? Did your husband tend to see a part of you that he did not know about? You understand? Because based on the fact that he understood you well, and sorry, you're in the hot seat, so we're going to ask you so much questions.
No
And
Thank
problem.
you,
then
no, sir.
then
We're reading you down right here.
the last question.
No, sir. Hold up. Mute.
No,
So
because
I
I
write
cannot be
am
Let her
talking.
down.
answer.
You're supposed to write it down, so I will be answering
No,
one
I
after.
don't
if
want to
not,
come
you
up with
lose
that.
it.
Yeah.
The first question was,
The first question is, it's just an ideology. If your husband invites you for a threesome, will you accept?
okay, will you accept?
Then,
The
then
second
the
one is,
second
after
one
the
is
saga with
after your
Queensley,
saga
did
with
you
Quincy, did
see?
your husband see a different part of you that he wasn't aware of, or what role did your husband play in it? You understand? And then the last one is the fact that you spoke about your snake. You understand what I'm saying? What role is the snake playing in your house at the moment? And then
I don't
what?
have. I said I don't
Oh, you don't
have.
have a snake, okay? And
No.
then will I say that? Okay, just take up the two. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Nosa, for those questions. So, Ezewine, the first question, will you opt for a threesome with your husband?
Yeah. I will gladly do it. Yeah. I will do it.
You practically do everything your husband wants, man. You are
Yeah.
worrying me.
I know a lot of people will say, Mrs. Wise will say, why do you say so? This is funny. Or people will say, this is she's just saying it in social media this. Um if unfortunately that I did plan it, yeah, but I saw my husband with another woman and call for it, I will do it, yeah. because I am this kind of person. I free my mind in marriage. I free it. I don't I try to be I protect my heart. So I don't want anything to hurt my heart. You understand? So I will go in to do it, and I will ask him, how did you see the sweet girl or the sweet woman?
Wow. All right, Mama. The second question: did your husband see another side of you that he didn't know before during your saga with Quinsley, or your husband?
During the saga of Quizly, I guess no. Maybe you can ask him, but for me, after I off my life, my TikTok life, I focus in my remarriage. No, it was that period. I think it was a lot of happiness. Yeah, a lot of joy. I think that period I ever traveled. That period I did my traditional anniversary opportunity to wear my bead on my head. Yeah, that period I think yeah. So if you see anything, I
Okay,
don't use
before
TikTok
our guest ask you
to ruin
her
my
question,
marriage.
do you think, please guys, you have to give me another 30 minutes because we have a couple of persons that want to question is why. Before the next person asks the question, I think Miss P, your this thing is taking much to load, so I'll just bring up DJ Lux who has a question for Easy Wine. Before my question, do you think this position you are being able to or wanting to do every single thing your man asks for? Do you think is a healthy space for him? Do you think he will even be pleased with you? Because with the way you're saying it, it's like if your husband tell you to jump for
No,
10-story building, you won't think twice about it.
no. For that dropping aspect,
Is he
I
happy with
have
it? Is he happy with you practically doing every single thing he says or he wants? Is he happy with it?
I think for me, what I believe and where I grew up is that when a man you respect your husband in anything he asks you to do, but when you are respecting him, you just need to be wise. You understand? It's not everything you have to respect him with, like putting your hand in the fire, cutting your hand. This, but if it is what is if it is what we're going to save my husband, and he
Guys,
says
let's keep talking.
you cut your hand, I will do it because my husband will save from it. Yeah, there are
Okay, a
some
last
certain
question. We are
things.
going for DJ Loss. I don't want us to spend so much time on the question. Okay.
Okay.
So for me,
But you
yeah, good
didn't answer my
afternoon.
question though. You did not answer my question. Is your husband happy that you are doing practically every single thing he tells you to do? Does it
It
make him
makes him,
satisfied?
yeah, it's very happy, and it makes him be in place. Like, it is. I believe he's proud of me. Yeah, he's a very proud man. Anywhere he goes, he's proud
Okay.
of me. Yeah,
Okay, let's allow DJ Loss, please.
not really.
Okay. Have you ever had threesome before?
Never.
But okay. No, I just wanted to get that off my chest. Any other question for Easy Wine, guys? You've never had threesome before, and you are willing to have it if your husband requests for it.
Yes.
That's a good one. I like your kind of loyalty. It's rare. It's hard to see a woman that will be disloyal to their husband. I don't think such a woman, other than you, exists. Maybe they are, but I don't know how a woman that will be willing to do anything to please a man.
And I know you love your man and your family so much. So my question is, what is the deal breaker for you? What will this man do then you say you don't want this marriage
That
anymore?
question actually answer Miss Wise Vincent. This question is important. You have to please take it because a lot of people have asked this particular question. Ebe, go ahead and ask Sweet Life the last question, or are you done? So
No,
we
it's the
give that
same
can bring
question.
up
I also
somebody
want
else.
Sweet Life to talk about this question.
All right, thank you, Papa. Go ahead, Daisy Wine.
My deal breaker in marriage is violence. Violence.
That's physical abuse. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want a man to start pitying me. No, I vow not to allow any man to pity me. And even emotional violence, I I don't take it. I don't take it. Yeah, but
Okay.
there are some certain ways we need to communicate on it. If he is ready to take accountability of that, I can move on. But violence is a no no for me.
My question is, you said your deal breaker is domestic violence and emotional violence, abuse. So now, since that means that cheating is not a deal breaker for you,
Yes, I
right?
said that. Yeah.
Okay, so my question now is,
I said,
if
I said
as a
no.
result of, you say? Okay,
I said no.
okay. So my question now is, if cheating is not a deal breaker for you, and unfortunately he contacts an infection and he pass it to you, and you keep treating yourself and it keeps reoccurring and reoccurring, will it still not be a deal breaker if you have to keep treating yourself and it's becoming something that can result to permanent infection that you can no longer treat? That's my question.
Okay. First of all, I
Thank
will
you.
answer your question. Um, a man cheating on me once is not my deal breaker. If I realize that my husband cheats on me, and we already know our agreements, I have agreements with him. Yeah. If I realize that my husband cheated on me first, I will start thinking that this girl, I think you want to bring it as second wife. Yeah. So that's why I said cheating is not my deal breaker. And if I see that it keep on cheating and I give him this advice, my opinion, and I said, instead of you cheating around, just it's better for you to just have a second wife. And this your second wife, you can do HIV tests, gonorrhea tests, all the infection tests. So I'll be more comfortable. Anytime you went to your second wife house, I'll be comfortable than to going to different guest house. Hope you understand me.
Yeah, that's great. Me, come with and please, Mama, go ahead with your question.
Good evening. I don't know if somebody has asked this question, but it's a very common question I want to ask. I don't know, but let me go ahead and ask. If somebody has asked the question, then no problem. I'll come down. But I'm only curious. That's why I'm asking. Okay.
Go ahead.
Um for 2 or 5 for Mrs. Wise Vicent and for Sweet Life, both of them. The answer. If eventually, right, you got to Africa and you got stranded in Africa, in Nigeria, and you couldn't use your documents that you're having to come back to Europe, are you going to take that trip again? The road to Libya, do you think is something that is worth doing again? Thank you. I don't know. Somebody asked this
No,
question
no,
before.
nobody has asked. Go ahead, Miss Wise Vicent. Let's start with Miss Wise Vicent. Thank you, Mama.
If uh, if for example that kind of thing happened, I will not take that trip again. Never. I will not even allow my junior brother to enter, because I know what I experienced in Libya, in desert, how I slept in desert for 7 days, no water and no food. Yeah. So I know the pain that I went through there. I know the trauma that it cost me. I know how many therapies that I went to. So I will not going to pass that road anymore. Instead, I will just settle down in my country. I just have this belief that it is my ancestors that want me to come back to them. So I will just stay there.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Winnie, go ahead. Answer. Ask the question.
Yeah, I have
We
a
have few minutes more to go.
wise Vincent. Yeah, you said you're a water person. So I want to know your experience in the sea when you were crossing. Was it easy? Because I heard it's always difficult for, like, your explanation is more like you're a river goddess or something. So how was your experience like in the sea?
Okay. It was very, very difficult, yeah. To the extent that you'll be seeing a ghost on top of the sea. They're calling you to come and buy orange, or calling you to come and buy food stuff that you want to cook. So if you can't hold yourself, or people don't understand you, people that are around you, they don't understand and they allow you go, you will fall down and by yourself there. But if people realize that this thing is not ordinary, they will pin you down, hold you down, and make sure that everything is okay. Yeah, a lot of things happen on top of the sea. A lot.
Okay. A question before we take notes, sir. This is a straight question, just a yes or no. Is it true that dolphins help people, assist people in the sea? You know dolphins, right?
For me, yeah, it happened to me. Yeah, when I was on top of the sea, uh, this Libya fuel is very dangerous on your skin. Very, very dangerous on your skin. As soon as it penetrates into your body, your skin will start peeling. So when the petrol enter my where I sit on top, it enter my body, my bum bum, my lap, all those, yeah. So I have a strong pain there, very, very strong pain there. So I was like feeling badly. Not, I want to jump out. So it was somebody that was holding me not to jump out. That this is not ordinary hand. You understand? So it get to a place that we didn't see a rescue. Yeah, we did not see a rescue there. So it was Duffy that went to call a rescue for us. The rescue that rescued us is not Italy rescue. It was France rescue, but they cannot take us to France direct. It's against the law. Yeah, it was Dolphin that went to go and call rescue, and that Dolphin escort us to the dry land and went back. Yeah.
Wow. I wish I could take more question, but please, the person on the post, we can't do that anymore. Our guests have tried. They've honored us. They've answered us, and they've even given us more than an hour. This show was supposed to be for 1 hour. They gave us 1 hour 35 minutes. So they've done a whole lot of job. We can't go any further. Well, I want to say big thank you so much, Sweet Life. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you, Miss Wise Vicent. But please, you know we are going to have a conversation about what some of the answers you guys gave here. So please don't be offended if we start having a conversation about it. Anybody will have their own opinion. But don't forget, this is TikTok. It's a public platform. Anybody can always have their opinion on your answers. That's why it's a podcast, okay? Thank you also very much. Thank you, Miss Wise Vicent, for being so sincere and straight to the point. I really appreciate you coming. Thank you, Sweet Life, Mama, my love. Thank you so much for the privilege. I love you all and I appreciate. And a big thank you to
Thank
my
you.
all right,
Thank you
thank you,
all
Mama. Thank you.
for bringing me up. Thank you for the questions. I believe that you want to learn more. That's why you're asking me questions. Thank you for the gift. Quickly, thank you very much. I know you have a question, but you just repeat under the carpet. But I really appreciate you for the gift. Thank you
No,
very
we'll still
much.
have you another time. Subsequently, we'll have you. So
Yeah.
maybe she will have the opportunity to ask a question at that time. Because she came pretty
Okay.
late.
Everybody that gifted me, give it your best. My one and only big brother, my odogu in UK. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Thank you all guys for having me and have a wonderful
Thank you,
day.
Mama. You too. Thank you, Mama. Thank you so much. Sweet life.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate everyone for your question, for your support, for your gifts. Thank you, and for supporting this podcast. We really appreciate. I appreciate you. Much love.
Thank you, Mama. I love you. I love you both. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you very much. I appreciate each and every one of you for the privilege to have you here. No, it was fun. I believe you all enjoyed it, right? I believe you all enjoyed it. No, guys, it's not yet time to be coming up. I'm going to bring everybody up. There will be an opportunity for everybody to come up. But let me quickly round up the podcast. So we'll now move to the segment of conversation on the topics that we had during the podcast. So let me just round up the podcast. Thank you all so very much for coming. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for keying into this idea. I know you all enjoyed it. So far, I've been enjoying it. We didn't have to come to start having all the time this bass boost. So please have my date registered on your mind. Have Thursday 7:30 p.m. Then on Saturday 6 p.m. Just write it somewhere in your heart so you always come up. Please, guys, stop coming late.